Three new congressional maps drawn up by a U.S. Supreme Court official is being called a win for voting rights by the NAACP. This comes after the state made an emergency plea to the courts to keep previous maps that would keep 1 out of the 7 congressional districts majority black, even though Alabama's black population makes up 27% of the state. The Alabama NAACP says there needs to be at least 2 majority black districts in the state. NBC 15's Kieran Harmon joins us now. Kieran, you spoke with Alabama NAACP officials today at its 71st annual Alabama State Conference.
Yeah, Kim, they discussed a plethora of topics from gun violence to education. Alabama's congressional maps were just one of the topics at the forefront.
Fired up! Ready to vote! Ready to vote!
This week, the U.S. Supreme Court blocked the state's effort to keep Republican-drawn congressional map lines that currently have only 1 of 7 congressional districts with a majority black population. A court-appointed official submitted 3 maps that should result in a second majority black congressional district in Alabama.
That was a win for us. Again, I say a win. It's really not a win because it's what should happen. I mean, and we don't want it to become us against them because we're all in this fight together.
The NAACP is in favor of the new congressional maps. Mobile chapter president of the NAACP, Robert Clopton, says the state's emergency plea to the Supreme Court was a last-ditch effort.
This is another opportunity to maintain that power, to keep control of it, and to grip it tighter. A or B, is it an opportunity or a chance, or are they trying to delay the decision long enough to ensure that when the next election comes, we will have to bypass any changes due to the fact of time.
They are trying to do everything they can to ensure that people of color do not have political power because there's power in numbers.
President of the Alabama chapter of the NAACP, Bernard Simulton, says with 7 congressional districts, there should be at least 2 majority black districts in Alabama, considering the state's 27% black population.
We know we have a quote-unquote equal access to the ballot, but we want to make sure that we have the people ability to elect the number of people that we want to send to Congress.
The theme of this year's convention is demanding and pursuing equity, which Clopton says is having an equal leg to stand on.
The equity is not there. What is equity? Equity is saying, Robert, you can run this race as fast as everyone, and you can do whatever you want, but only have one leg. Equity is giving me the opportunity to put a brace on so that I can run and compete.
He says the NAACP will not stop fighting until a new map is adopted.
To have 7% of the representation is not fair. Now, don't get me wrong. We are not saying in any time, in any place, that we are going to elect a black to that position. We're saying we just want to have an opportunity to affect it with our vote.
The conference will continue over the next 3 days. If you are interested in attending and want the details, just look for this story on our website, mynbc15.com.